Would you believe there was a killer who didn't just want to murder people? He wanted to become a celebrity. He didn't hide in the shadows. He taunted the police. He mocked the victims, and he turned the entire state of California into a chessboard. This isn't a movie script. This is the true, terrifying story of the monster who bathed the streets of America in blood during the late 60s. His name was the Zodiac Killer. Most serial killers have a pattern. They have a type. But the Zodiac, he was chaos incarnate. He killed teenagers in lovers' lanes. He killed a taxi driver in the city. He used guns. He used knives. He wore costumes. And the most terrifying part, he was never caught. December 20th, 1968, Lake Herman Road, California. The winter night was quieter than usual. 16-year-old Betty Lou Jensen and 17-year-old David Fairley were enjoying their very first date. It was supposed to be a night of innocent romance. They were weaving dreams of a future, unaware that their future was now limited to just a few minutes. Suddenly, another car appears in the darkness. It pulls up beside them. No conversation, no warning, just the cold echo of a gunshot. The first bullet hit the tire. Panic set in. They scrambled out, but the hunter was ready. One bullet to David's head, and it was over. Betty tried to run, fleeing into the dark field, but 5 bullets pierced her back. The killer stole nothing, no money, no jewelry. He only stole lives, and then he vanished like smoke. At this point, police thought it was a random act of violence. But 6 months later, history repeated itself. July 4th, 1969. Independence Day. Blue Rock Springs Park. Darlene Ferrin and Michael Ma Go sat in their car. A vehicle blocked them in. A man stepped out, holding a blinding flashlight. The young couple thought it was a police officer. But behind the light stood death. Without a word, a 9mm pistol began to spit fire. Darlene died on the spot. Michael Ma Go was riddled with bullets. Throat, chest, leg. He was bleeding out. But fate kept him alive, just so he could tell the world what happened that night. This is where the story shifts from tragic to bizarre. 40 minutes after the Blue Rock Springs attack, the phone rang at the Vallejo police station. The dispatcher picked up. On the other end was a heavy, calm voice. It said, "I want to report a double murder. If you go 1 mile east, you will find 2 kids in a brown car. They were shot with a 9mm Lugres. I also killed those kids last year." And the line went dead. The Zodiac wasn't just killing victims. He was hunting for fame. On August 1st, 1969, 3 major newspapers in San Francisco received letters. They contained details only the killer could know. But more importantly, they contained a strange cryptic code. A cipher, a puzzle made of Greek symbols, weather signs, and Morse code. His demand was simple. Publish this cipher on the front page, or I will kill 12 people this weekend. The city was in a state of panic. The FBI tried to crack it. The CIA tried. Cryptographers tried. They all failed. But then, a high school teacher, Donald Hardin, and his wife Betty decided to try it over breakfast. They looked for patterns. They realized the killer used the word "I" and "killing" a lot. Slowly, the letters formed words, and the words formed a nightmare. The translation read, "I like killing people because it is so much fun." It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest, because man is the most dangerous animal of all. September 27th, 1969, Lake Berryessa. This crime scene is perhaps the most famous, because it feels like something out of a horror movie. Brian Hart, Nell and Cece Leigh, a shepherd, were picnicking. A figure emerged from the bushes. He wasn't trying to blend in. He was wearing a costume. He wore a black executioner's hood, with the white Zodiac symbol, a cross over a circle, stitched onto his chest. He held a gun, but he had plastic clothesline hanging from his belt. He told them a lie about being an escaped convict. He tied them up, and then he put the gun away and pulled out a knife. He stabbed Brian 6 times. He stabbed Cece Leigh 10 times. The brutality was unmatched. Cece Leigh fought for her life for 2 days before passing away. Brian miraculously survived. He described the voice. He described the hood. Before leaving, the killer wrote the dates of the murders on their car door with a black marker, updating his scoreboard. In October 1969, Zodiac changed his method again. No more lovers' lanes, no more dark roads. He came to the busy city, Francisco. He hailed a yellow cab driven by Polstein. When they reached the destination, Zodiac shot Paul point-blank in the head. But then he did something gruesome. He cut a piece of Paul's blood-stained shirt and took it with him. Later, he mailed that piece of shirt to the newspaper. It was proof. Undeniable proof. That night, police made a massive mistake. A dispatch went out describing the suspect as a black male. 2 officers actually passed a white man walking away from the crime scene. They didn't stop him. That man was likely the Zodiac. He slipped through their fingers into the night. And that was his last confirmed murder. So, who was he? Over 2,500 suspects were investigated. But one name stands above the rest: Arthur Lee Allen. In 1971, police interviewed Allen, and the coincidences were terrifying. Number 1, Allen wore a Zodiac brand watch. The symbol on the watch was the exact cross, circle, symbol the killer used. Number 2, he had mentioned to a friend that he wanted to kill couples and call himself Zodiac. Number 3, he fit the physical description. Heavy build, glasses, military boots. Number 4, during a search of his trailer, police found pipe bombs and bloody knives. It seemed like case closed, right? But here is the frustrating part. His handwriting didn't match the letters. His fingerprints didn't match the crime scenes. And finally, in 2002, a partial DNA profile was developed from a stamp on a Zodiac letter. It did not match Arthur Lee Allen. Was he a copycat? Was he a mastermind who had someone else write the letters? Or was he just an unlucky man who acted weird? We still don't know. The letters stopped coming in 1974. The phone calls ceased. The Zodiac simply retired. Did he die? Was he arrested for another crime? Or did he just get bored? Today, more than 50 years later, amateur sleuths and AI technology are still trying to crack his remaining codes. In 2020, another one of his ciphers was finally solved by a team of programmers, but it revealed no name, just more rambling about his paradise. The Zodiac Killer remains the ultimate ghost story of America. He is the boogeyman who proved that sometimes the bad guy wins, sometimes the monster gets away. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more deep dives into true crime mysteries, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, stay safe.